So I figured if I got all ready for TikToks, I should at least film one YouTube video today. And if you want to see me like getting ready and stuff and doing my hair and makeup, I do Twitch stream almost daily as I get ready. We talk about astrology and stuff, so do check out the link down below if you want to see me, get into, oh my god, my fucking cat, Jesus Christ. So with that being said, this video is going to be about the eclipse season coming up this October. It is a particularly unique eclipse season because it's happening in two different axes, meaning that because we just move signs of the eclipse, like the north and the south node just move signs, we still have a little bit of energy that could be lingering out of sign from the previous cycle, and we're going to be tying that up with the lunar eclipse at the end of the month. But during eclipse season, what I always recommend is not to start anything new that's a huge ordeal, and to let life show you what it is starting, because that's kind of like trying to light a match in the middle of a wildfire. It's gonna work, but it's gonna take a whole lot of shit down with it, and it doesn't mean that we don't want fires, and we probably don't. I'm in California, but like, it doesn't mean that these things are unwanted as they take other things of our life down, but it means that we probably want to just like give up the reins quite a little bit and let life do its work rather than trying to manifest alongside it. Do whatever you want to do to chill, but this is my like fair warning. I say this as an eclipse baby. The life comes with a lot of downsides of whatever you start, and it's usually pretty batshit. So the first eclipse is on October 14th. It is a solar eclipse, and solar eclipses are new moons, but they're on the ecliptic, the north or the south node, which shows that it is a supercharged or an extremely important new moon with more capacity for a large-scale new beginning over the next year, or really 6 months, but like long-term, rather than it being 1 month long new beginning with a traditional new moon. So the sign of Libra often brings themes of partnership, union, looking at the other party, or bringing in more than just ourselves. This does not mean that everyone is getting into a new relationship. That would be nonsense. That's really only relevant for Gemini risings and Aries risings, because it'll be in your 5th house of dating or 7th house of relationships. But for everyone, it shows some kind of a union or perspective that involves another party rather than just you, because that is characteristic of Libra, and that will show some other energy that you have to be cognizant of. This eclipse is also interesting because solar eclipses, like I said, are huge new beginnings, but this one is on the south node, which is an indicator of the past, of sacrifice, or of letting go. So when there's a new beginning on the south node, it often shows releasing something or opening up in a way that feels like a sacrifice and having to let something go, while also being highly relevant of what the past tendencies were, and doing something that you're very used to doing and you're probably very tired of, but in a new way. So let me give an example. Let's say that someone is getting a huge new job, but they have to give something up. They have to move across the country. They have to leave their family. But it's a job they know damn well and they're very experienced in, and it is not something that is new and outside of them. But doing this job requires that they go like move in with a business partner or something, so there's that union there. So there is a partnership element. There's an element of sacrifice. Have I been in focus at all during this time? Please tell me I've been in focus. Like, come on, please focus on me. There's an element of sacrifice, of openness, of being emotional, and of not guarded, but also like, you've done this a bunch, you don't care that much, but you're gonna take the opportunity. That is something about the south node as well, is that K2 or the south node does not give a fuck. It is really emo, it is pouting. So this is not a super like all over the place, very exciting lunar or solar eclipse. It's more of a new beginning with another party, with some kind of joining of forces that you've done, you've had this energy a million times, but this is the most important time, and you were having to sacrifice something, but that you're probably choosing to do. There's not signs of a struggle or of this being really, really challenging. There's a loose square to Pluto, which shows some sort of transformation that's required, or kind of paranoia or feeling like there's a change being forced out of you. But none of this is the kind of thing where it's like, oh my god, hands off, like be careful. No, it's not. With the end of the month, it's a very different energy. It is honestly a happy ending. And I don't say that lightly. You guys know that I'm literally accused of fear-mongering because I say shit like it is, and there's a lot of shit that you don't want to, like, it's not great, and so I'll say it that it's not great, and people freak out, and they're like, this isn't real astrology. No, bitch. Grow up. You're too sensitive. Fuck off. Go listen to whoever's saying it's the best time to manifest ever while they're just, like, miserable, alone. I say that as I'm alone with cats, but, like, it's different. It's different. Like, we're living it up here. Anyway, the lunar eclipse, I just had to rant for no reason. That was mean, but I don't care. The lunar eclipse on the 28th is a lunar eclipse, which is a full moon on steroids. So full moons are endings, they're high points of a cycle, and they are the break as we close things down. It's like, okay, like rush hour finished, now let's close down the highway because it's not being used right now kind of energy. With this lunar eclipse, it is interesting because the north and the south node are in Aries and Libra, but they are at the very end, because if you look at a chart, the north and the south node move backwards because they are basically, they're not planets, they're not moving in zodiacal order, they're moving backwards because of the calculation. So as they moved out of Taurus and Scorpio, they moved into Aries and Libra, but it still means that if the sun and the moon are having a full moon at the very beginning of Taurus and Scorpio, and the north and the south node are at the very end of Aries and Libra, it is within range of the eclipse, if that makes sense. The sun is in Scorpio, moon is in Taurus, but they're at the very beginning, which means that the north and the south node are still kind of like at the beginning of Aries and Libra, within range of the eclipse. So even though the sun and the moon are in Scorpio and Taurus, it is still igniting the north and south node in Aries and Libra. However, Taurus qualities are the focus of this eclipse. So it is, it's about things that are valuable in terms of money, resources, energy, the building blocks of our life. Taurus is associated with quality over quantity, with being reliable, and I mean, you've probably beaten a dead horse, but like whenever there's an eclipse in Taurus, it usually disrupts like the market, the housing market, natural disasters, tangible things that we can experience as belongings or as objects. It is very relevant for that. This is much more self-centered than the eclipse in Libra. This is much more around like a happy ending to something that would have been relevant 3 times previously. April 2021, April 2022, October 2022, and May 2023. So really April, May 2023, October, November 2022, and April, May 2023. So that 1.5-year long cycle. April, May, October, November, April, May, 22, 22, 23, you got it. So every 6 months we're having an eclipse in this sign around then. This is showing the final chapter of that ending, so whatever was hugely triggered around those times, which I know for me, every single fucking time was either positive or negative, mega publicity, and it got really, really bad, and then finally I was like, fuck it, I'm just not talking about the shit that I'm not strong enough to handle this, like I need to move on, focus on other things that are, you know, I'm not going to get massive hate for, even though I'm probably going to get massive hate for something around this, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But anyway, with this eclipse, it is a happy ending because the moon is conjunct Jupiter. You might hear some astrologers, for some reason, trying to be unique and saying that this is, you know, like a bad or something. For once, I'm going to say it's not. Like, this is not a challenging eclipse. Eclipses are always challenging in the sense that they're a new paradigm, but this eclipse is near the north node, which shows future, it shows increase, it shows obsession, it shows work. So this is something you do care about and you're working hard as fuck about. And being conjunct Jupiter is the planet of abundance, of positivity. There's a growth here, and yes, some growth can be cancerous, but most of the time Jupiter is great, and this moon is making no challenging aspects, really. There's nothing in a fixed sign that it's opposing, that it's squaring. It's pretty much on its own, so it looks like there's an appreciation or a gratitude for these things. And with this happening in my 5th house of creativity, I'm like, please say there's something exciting about music coming out, you know, this month or something, you know, going on with that. That would be really awesome. So I wouldn't be scared of either of these. However, I would say caution around starting something new and out of nowhere, because both of these eclipses relate to things that we've done in the past. The solar eclipse in Libra is technically a new chapter, but on the south node shows something we are very familiar with and borderline tired of. However, we're taking the opportunity to join forces with someone. Then the lunar eclipse on the 28th shows a literal ending or happy high point to something that we've already done in a way that has been building over the past 2 years, really. So tell me down below if you're feeling any type of way around these eclipses, around this eclipse season. It should be something that is not necessarily, you know, overly challenging or negative, even though I will say that it is one that is quite interesting with the out of sign aspects. It's definitely a long time coming with this energy. If you have placements around 21 degrees of Libra, I believe, I could be a degree or 2 off, but 20 to 25 degrees of Libra, let's say, or 4 to 10 degrees of Taurus, that's going to be pretty relevant for this. So I don't have anything that late in Libra, but I have a Libra moon in my 10th house, and I have Saturn at 3 degrees of Taurus, so I'm expecting, you know, quite a bit of energy around both of these, even though I am not the most affected. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below how you're feeling about this. We're gonna do a little bit of a fit check. I think I haven't chosen shoes for this. Anyway, this is what we're wearing here. So this top is from Lace Made. I saw an Instagram ad and I bought this in like fucking August, but it didn't come until recently. Then these pants are like vintage Levi's, which I'm wearing like this because I think it'll look better than a belt. And then I think for shoes, let's see what I'm gonna do. Okay, I thought I wasn't gonna have to edit this video, but I guess I will. So basically I'm in a white top, these pants, and then, I don't know if you can see, but I'm in my sparkly platform. I don't even know what this looks like. Let me look in the mirror and even see what this looks like. Okay, actually, this looks badass. So I hope you can see my shoes. I don't know if it's visible in here, but I feel like this is a very difficult situation. Anyway, I'm going to be suffering with the strapless top tonight. If you are a girl and you get it and you're going to be pulling up with me all night, then yeah, we'll enjoy Why Did My Light Just Go Out? Anyway, let me know how you're feeling about eclipse season, and I will see you in the next one.